Welcome to the Explainer. You know that feeling, that intense, gut-wrenching dread about something that hasn't even happened yet? Well, today we're putting a name to that feeling and exploring what's really going on. So, let's see if this rings a bell. You've got a big presentation coming up, right? Or maybe a social event you're kind of nervous about. And do you find yourself just spending days, maybe even weeks, just replaying every single thing that could possibly go wrong? Okay, if you're nodding along right now, you are definitely not alone. And yep, there's a name for this feeling. It's called anticipatory anxiety. It's that specific kind of worry that's all about what's coming next. Now, this is super important. We're not just talking about getting the jitters before a big day. I mean, everyone gets that. No, this is a whole other level. It's a kind of worry that can be completely debilitating, you know? It just paints your whole world with this sense of fear long before the event even happens. So, what does this actually feel like? I mean, in your head and in your body. And what are the things that usually trigger it? Okay, let's dive in and unpack all of that. Well, at its very core, it's just this constant nagging dread. It's like a little shadow that follows you around, whispering all the worst case scenarios right into your ear, day in and day out. And get this, it's not just in your head, not by a long shot. Your body physically reacts like the danger is right here, right now. You might feel your heart just pounding, or like you can't quite catch your breath, all over something that's still days or weeks away. It's wild. And you can imagine, living on high alert like that 24/7 is just exhausting. It's physically draining. That stress can cause monster headaches, make you feel completely wiped out, and forget about getting a good night's sleep, which, of course, just fuels the anxiety even more. It's a tough cycle. So what sets this off? Well, the triggers can be all over the map. Sometimes it's something really concrete, like a job interview on your calendar. But other times, it's way more abstract. It's that what-if fear, like worrying about a loved one getting sick. It can be just as powerful. Okay, so why? Why do our brains get stuck in this painful loop, just fixated on future fears? To really get that, we have to dig a little deeper and look at where this anxiety actually comes from. This is a really key point. Anticipatory anxiety isn't usually a standalone diagnosis. Think of it more like a major symptom, like a big flashing red flag that points to a broader anxiety condition. It's like the brain's alarm system, its threat detector, is just stuck in the on position. And just take a look at how common these underlying conditions are. I mean, we're talking millions and millions of people dealing with things like specific phobias, social anxiety, or generalized anxiety disorder every single year. The big takeaway here, if this sounds like you are so far from being alone. So what causes it? Well, experts are pretty sure there's no one single answer. It's almost always a really complex mix of things. Part of it might be genetics, it can run in families. Part of it can be major life stress or trauma. And sometimes it can even be tied to other medical issues or even medications. It's that classic combination of nature and nurture. All right, so we've talked about what it is and where it comes from. But now let's get to the most important part, right? What can you actually do about it? How can you start to manage these feelings and get your peace of mind back? And here's the first thing you need to hear. The really good news. There is absolutely hope. Anxiety disorders are highly treatable. You do not have to feel this way forever. There are real effective ways to get better. When it comes to professional treatment, it usually boils down to two main paths, and a lot of times they're used together. First, you've got therapy. Something like cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, is huge because it teaches you how to spot and challenge those negative thought patterns that are feeding the anxiety. Then, on the other side, you have medication, which can help calm down your body's physical fight-or-flight response. This can give you the breathing room you need to really make therapy work. But it's not just about professional health. What you do every single day really matters. Taking care of the basics, eating good food, getting some exercise, making sleep a priority, that stuff builds a solid foundation for your mental health. Honestly, these aren't just little tips. They can be total game changers. And on top of that, there are things you can do to actively train your brain to fight back. In the moment, when you're feeling that panic rise, techniques like deep breathing can work wonders to calm your nervous system right down. And over time, you can learn to catch those worst-case scenario thoughts and challenge them, just asking yourself, okay, hold on, what's the actual evidence that this bad thing will happen? That one question can start to take away the fear's power.
Okay, let's try a little thought experiment. Just pause for a second. If your best friend came to you and told you they were feeling all this dread and fear, what would you do? How would you treat them? I'm guessing with a lot of kindness and patience and support, right?
Well, it turns out that one of the most powerful things you can do is turn that exact same kindness inward. And that's what self-compassion is all about. It's not about making excuses, it's about treating yourself with the same care you'd give to a friend who's struggling. And studies show this can actually actively reduce that anticipatory anxiety.
So, if there's just one thing to take away from all of this, what is it? It's this: you don't have to fix everything all at once. That's impossible. The most powerful thing you can do is just focus on one small, manageable step you can take today. Seriously. Maybe it's just taking 5 slow, deep breaths. Maybe it's grabbing a notebook and challenging just one anxious thought. Or maybe it's just Googling a therapist in your area. Whatever it is, that one small step is a huge move in the right direction toward a much calmer future.